Hi guys, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna do a basic building tutorial. This is gonna be the episode where you're gonna learn how to use this F3X tool LPI edition, how to use this tool in game, how to build with it, how to build with it and stuff like that. So go on to new part tool. You can keep it on normal, click the ground with it. You can drag it, you can click and hold click down the brick and drag it. And to move it, you have to go on the move tool one and just hold click and you can drag it. And to resize it, you can resize it like this. And you can rotate it like this. And you can paint it like this. Paint it any color you want. Now the surface tool we're not going to worry about. The material tool, the material and the color tool are probably the most important tools. You can use brick, grass. Personally, I like grass or granite. But we're going to do like corroded metal, basically rust. And you can anchor it or unanchor it. Now, just keep it unanchored. You don't need it unanchored. Collision, I recommend on. New part we already done. Mesh. If you add a mesh and click here, you can add a mesh to it and make it a head, a block, cylinder, a file, a sphere, a trapezoid, and a wedge. And the texture tool is a decal or texture. Now you can add a decal by finding an image ID, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Weld tool, we're not going to worry. The lighting tool, if you add, I recommend spotlight. If you add it, I recommend range of 60 and the brightness of 4. A good light. And at 180 degrees gets you all of this light with one brick. And the decorate tool allows you to add fire, smoke, and sparkles. If you remove one, you remove the whole brick. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Anyways. But if you want to do like a building with this, like a skyscraper, then I recommend for a skyscraper doing black. I recommend building on this island because you can just copy it and paste it on that island that your teammates created. And also the new part, you can create a spawn with it. Other players can spawn on that. Now, you need to resize this and get it big like this. Now it's a skyscraper. And then if you add a new part, bricks like these in Roblox are called parts. And you can add it up to here. And then doing brown for a door. And then doing the material. It usually sets like this. Can you like set it all the way over here so you can see all textures or all materials? So you can do wood planks, wood, smooth plastic, and slate. But we're gonna do wood. We can clone it with Shift C or just by clicking it. Now we can move it here. We can resize this there. You can turn this white and then turn this to smooth plastic. And then clone. clone. And then instead of rotating, you could resize it down like that. And then resizing it out to here. Now you can clone this. I recommend doing windows like this. This we're going to worry about later. But for now, we're going to do light blue with smooth plastic. Now resize this like that. That sounds like a reasonable size. So move it here. Now to actually start getting good at building, you're going to need some practice. Kind of everything needs practice in life. But you can put it to there, and then pretty much like the door, I accidentally removed it. But pretty much like the door, you could do this. Except, we're going to do something a bit different. Now, if you hold click, and it's like, if you hold click and go from one area to another area, you can start doing this, which selects all the bricks that the grey lands on. Now you can do this and move the whole window up, so you don't have to do each part up. And then do this. And then now, this is what I recommend doing. Do this, and then clone it. Then do this, a few studs apart from each other. And then do this. And then this. Then select all of those. Clone it. Select all of those. Clone it. Then select, delete that. Then select all of these. And then clone that. Now that should be enough windows so you can select all of these. And then put them on the skyscraper. So we can move it to here. Then we move it all the way up here. Now, congratulations, you built a basic building, a skyscraper. All the advanced buildings require you to add wedges, add cylinders, balls, seats. Now, a seat just allows you to sit in it, like this. A vehicle seat allows you to drive it and sit in it. Minecraft, I know Tyler because I watched a vid of him. He said he doing vid now. Oh. Yes, but reason. Dislike thumbs down, a lot of thumbs down. Why? What do you mean thumbs down? You're not like videos. Now, anyways, let's show you something we can do with balls and cylinders. Another basic building, but we could do this with it. Ball, then cylinder. We have to rotate this time. We can't just resize it like we did the basic parts. And then resize this to the size of that. And then we want to go like this. We want to go like a bit like this. Or you could select all, go a bit up. Now I need to resize this. This is a ball, this is a cylinder. And now if you make the cylinder longer, copy and paste this ball, or just Cool clone, I should have known. And then put it down here. Congratulations, you created a pill looking thing. Either that, you could create pipes with this, but you could create cactuses with this. But just warning, you probably won't know how to do the spikes of it because it will lag you. Sean shows them. And now, the truss. If you've seen these in obstacle courses, it's like a ladder, you climb it. I think you have to rank to bleep. Create a subline A. I have to. What? Now. You can move it with the resize tool for some reason. That's another option with the truss. It's kind of weird. And the wedge. It's not really it is a wedge, but it's technically a slope. So, it's a slope, not a wedge, really. It's a slope. You can create these for many of things. Many advanced things. Now, the only thing we haven't looked at is the corner piece. The corner piece, it goes at a corner like this. You could use this for advanced buildings and stuff like that. I'll teach you how to do that in future episodes because it's a basic building tutorial, so we won't worry about that part too much. And now vehicle seat just allows you to drive stuff. Like just put it on a wedge and you could drive it. Unanchor it and you could literally start driving it. If you added wheels, you could literally start driving it. Except it only we're gonna anchor it again. Then we lift it a bit. Could literally make a slope drive. You really could just add wheels and start driving around in this. I don't know what kind of vehicle that would be though. And now I'm pretty sure we talked about all of this. The spawns. The spawn one just makes people spawn on it. The normal one is the part you want to be using. Because if you want to change it into a different part later, you could just add a mesh. If you want to make a head, add a mesh. Good buildings. You will be depressed cause you cannot. This never was a good option. Hope you learned something today. That's not a lesson. It's not a lesson. Bruh. It's a good one. No, it isn't. But anyways, if you actually want to start making advanced buildings, you're going to need to start. You're gonna need to start. What? Why was I going with this? It's practicing. Start practicing. Because you cannot do anything without practice. Now let's get an image ID. Now an image ID you can get from the library. So, carpet library. Develop. Now you could get images from here and start getting image IDs. Plugins, meshes, video, audio, decals, models. Decals. These are images. A decal of these wings. You don't need to get it, you just need to copy the ID. Control C. If you're on a computer, Control C or Command D or Command C. Now, once we got the ID, we can get the texture tool, add a decal, Control or Command V, enter, Control V, enter, transparency of 0. That's the image ID. And look, there it is. There's the image. And that's how you get images like this on bricks. You just have to copy it and paste an ID. And you can get stuff like this. But if you want to make like a house on fire, you're going to have to go to the decorate tool, remove. You want to add sparkles, smoke. I'd recommend smoke if you're trying to replicate fire. I haven't actually done anything to it. It's just removed for some reason. But smoke, sparkles. You can create an effect like this. I'm doing a tutorial in a vid. Doing a basic building tutorial. And yeah, you can do this. If you unanchor it, you can add a realistic effect and make it fall over. If you could actually start making it fall over, then that'd be great. As you can see, it falls down, it fell down, and that's how you can create a building like falling down. You could just unanchor all of it, and it'd actually look like an earthquake, not a building falling down. Or do most of the building, then click unanchor, and you can do that. There's the real image, but the fake image, if you put it inside the cylinder a bit, you could create an effect like this. I'm doing vid. And yeah, realistic effect versus fake effect. I think realistic effect would be extremely good in stuff. If in realistic stuff you're trying to make something realistic, then unanchor would probably be the smartest decision. I don't know how to say it, but smartest choice. And now you get your F3X in here. If you touch this, this is how you get your F3X. And now if you're like over there, stuck in here with nothing, then you're just gonna have to hope someone gives you a carpet or something. That's how this game works. Switches here. Oof, not you. Switch is my enemy. But yeah, that's the basic building. Now, earlier I built this. Somebody deleted it, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that actually. Wait a minute. I could select this. It's not working. It's not working. Why is it not working? Oh no, stop working. We could do this anyways. No. I built this bridge, I built all of this earlier. And this I didn't make because I wasn't using a LPI wrench. You could get this wrench. You could get this by joining the group. If you go in Foxbid's profile, or go on groups, it should say owner or like a rank on like LPI group or something like that. If you go on there and join it, you could get the wrench. Dude, oh my goodness. I'm doing vid. And now, if you want to help someone else, this isn't part of building, but if you want to help someone else, you're going to have to get this carpet right here. Click on the image, and then go back to the island that your teammate created. Where is he? If you get the carpet out in hand, you could do this. If then click drop gear, you click drop gear here, drop gear, and then it drops the carpet and he collects it back up. And then he can fly all the way to there. But yeah, that basically concludes today's video. So, bye.